Hi guys, welcome to tutorial race. In this video tutorial, I will explain and discuss about Typescript Union Type. You have already studied about. If you've not studied, then I recommend you to check first array in TypeScript and tuple in TypeScript, and you will understand this better. Okay, so uh, union in array you can store only one type of data type values. For example, if you're storing number, then you can store number only. You define the data type. But in case of tuples, you can store varied types of database. That means more than one type, heterogeneous types of values of data type. For example, you can store name, you can store marks, you can store price, all this thing. But in case of union type, you can store more than one type, but you define yourself the data type. In case of tuples, you don't define data type, but in this case, you define more than one type of data type. So that's the difference. So let's see. So here is the example. For example, where student details string number. Here you can see I have defined two types of data type, string as well as number. So we differentiate it by pipe sign. Okay, then student details we are storing here in this variable student details here 50, and then console.log the number is student detail, and then student detail signs, then console.log student details it will display signs. So here you can store more than one type of value in variable or in array. So let me show you how does it work. So let's run it so that you can understand it better. Example, let's create a new file here. So you need type yes. Oh, there's a mistake. Save as union type dot ts, not txt. Union, just write union dot ts. Okay, so here this is the variable name student details. Okay, and then earlier you used to declare either number or string, but in this case, as you can see, I'm declaring here two types, string as well as number. So in this variable, either we can store uh, number or string. So in the first case, we are storing here number and then displaying here student details. So it will display 50. Again, in the student details here, I'm storing here science. So this time it will display science. It won't complain this time because we have declared here two types. So let's see by running this example. TSC, then union.ts. Now node union.js. You can see it's displaying 50 as well as science. Now if I want to, if I just remove from here the string and let's see, instantly it will display you error saying that the data type is not supported because science is not a assignable type to number because we have declared their number. That is why it is not possible to store this string. Similarly, if you remove this number, then you will get error in first, this one. The error, if it say that the type 50 is not assignable to type string because 50 is number and not the string. That is why. So, but if you define here very type two types, then it won't complain in number also and in string also. The first example was regarding a variable, but in this case, the example we will see is related to function. So This is a function students, and in parameter we are passing as student name, and then there are two data types here, string as well as array. As you know, array is also a user defined data type. So there are two data type. Now let's run it and I will explain you that how this works so that you can understand it better. Let me just comment this one, and then okay. So what I'm doing here, what I've actually done here, I've declared a function say students, and then s name, that is a variable name, and then two types of database, string as well as string, that means array data type. Now here in the first case I'm passing as simple students simple string. We're passing this as string. Okay, so it will display perfectly. It won't complain because we are using union type, that means string. That's why this is a string, so it won't have problem. It will display you perfectly. So let's tsc compile this, and then oh, it was showing that we have not changed the name actually of our file. So this is the file. So, okay, so in the first case it's displaying Mina. So how does it take here? It checks. If you remember, type of operator checks the data type. Checks the type of operator. In previous chapter, I have explained this with example. That type of operator, what does it do? In operator section, we have discussed about this. Type of operator checks the data type. So here we are checking if type of s name means the value here which we are passing, the type is string, then it will display s name means value. Else where I, then for I equal to 0, I less than now total length it will find, and then I plus plus console.log s name. That means we will loop through because this is array. So array we have seen in the previous videos that if you want to display in array section, we have discussed about this. If you want to display the values of array, then we normally use for loop. Okay, so through for loop we are starting from index 0, and then it will find the total length of the array, and then I plus plus one by one it will increase, and ultimately this will be passed as an index. So here in this case we are passing the values as an array value here, array element. So Rajesh, Kiran, Sudipto, Vital. So four value we are passing here. Okay, so this is array element. So it checked here. So of course this is not the string, it is an array. Okay, so here in second case, so it will go in second case, so it will find total length, that means 4. So it will start from 4 and it will display, it has displayed all the name Rajesh, Kiran, Sripto and Hetal. So as you can see, we have passed here argument student name. So student name I. So in this function, it is working as 2 in 1. So either it can take one student name as an argument or multiple student name as an argument. So in both the way, it will work perfectly. This is the power of union typing TypeScript. And this one is and array. So in previous case also we have already seen this, but let's see another example of, for example, here we are taking a variable called listing, and then there are two arrays we are defining here. One is number and another one is string. So this is union type. Okay, now where I number, this is another variable. Listing, in listing we have assigned our input for maybe values. Now console.log list of the numeric array, it will find the length of the array and then loop through one by one. So here in the first case, I'm passing as a string array, means the values are the elements are string, so it won't have problem because it is working as either, means or. The array can be either number or string. So we are in the first case, we're passing here as string, so it is displaying perfectly. And in the first, sorry, in the second case, in the first case, we are passing as number, so it is perfectly taking. So it is displaying the number. So let's see by running this an example up to here. First, let's comment out it. Actually, I could have typed all these things, but I'm doing this to save time, so that I have prepared the document which I usually use for my teaching my students. Okay, so from the same document I'm teaching you in this video also. So here is listing. It will be listing. Okay, so in listing variable we have two types of uh, data type. Both data type are array. Now for index purpose we have taking another I variable, and then we are storing in a listing, we are storing the values as a number array. Okay, the data type of all the array elements are number here. Now it will display here. Then this is for loop, as you know, this is start from here. Then listing dot length, the length function finds the total length, and then it for example here is 4, so it will be it is like I equal to 0, then I equal to 4, and then I plus plus, so it will display the all the array element. So now so these are the values 20, 30, 40, 50. Okay, now in the same listing we will store, in the same listing we will store the string. Okay, here say I'm showing name here. Okay, yes. Nero. Okay, so these are now from the same for loop we will find, you can see it's displaying the text, the string name as expected. So that's it. This was the discussion about TypeScript Union Type. So in the next chapter we will discuss something other things like class and object and interface, etc. So see you in the next video. Thanks for watching. Bye bye. Don't forget to please subscribe in my uh, YouTube channel, tutorial raise. So here don't forget to subscribe my channel. Okay, so we will be adding more videos here. So thanks for, bye bye.